This video is all about taxonomy terms for your Drupal website. We'll look at what taxonomy terms are, how they can be used on your website, and how to add and manage them. Essentially, taxonomy terms allow for categorization of content on your website. You can use them to organize pages, contacts, locations, news items, and media items such as documents and publications. When taxonomy terms are added to content, they can communicate to visitors that the content belongs to a certain topic, type, or series, or some other kind of content grouping. Taxonomy terms are powerful when used with listing pages to create criteria-based lists of content. I have selected an example listing page of news items. On this page, visitors can use taxonomy terms to filter the news content by the year, by topic, by the news type, and by the division. Each taxonomy term has its own drop-down menu. For example, if I select the drop-down menu for topic, I can see the list of taxonomy terms, and then I can select one to filter the results. Let's select the term budget, and then select the filter button. Now we will see only those news items that have been tagged with the budget topic taxonomy term. Now I've selected an example of a basic page with an automatic list that shows all the news items that have been tagged with a specific set of taxonomy terms. Any news item that is tagged with these taxonomy terms will automatically show up on this page when published. This example page features news items that are tagged by a department. Using taxonomy terms starts with an understanding of the different types of categories there are. These categories are called vocabularies. To see what vocabularies are available to you, go to the side navigation on the left side of the screen and select Taxonomy. This will take you to a list of the different vocabularies for your website. Some vocabularies will come pre-populated with suggested terms, and some may need to be created. Either way, you'll likely be able to edit the terms in each vocabulary as needed. Different types of content will have a different assortment of taxonomy vocabularies available. For instance, you will only have location-type taxonomy terms available for location content types, whereas the division section taxonomy terms are available to include on every type of content, from all types of pages to media items. To see available terms in each vocabulary, select the List Terms button in the Operations column on the right side of the page in line with the vocabulary you want to see. Let's look at the topic taxonomy terms, for example. Taxonomy terms within the topic vocabulary are listed in alphabetical order by default, but you can also drag and drop the crossbars next to the name of a term to create a custom order. You can add new terms to this list by selecting the blue Add Term button at the top of the list. The name of the term is the only required information here, as noted by the small red asterisk next to that field. Below that, you could provide a description of that term with some examples about where to use it and perhaps where not to use it on the site. Further down, there's a revision log message field where you can enter any relevant information about when and why this term was added. Then, at the bottom of this page, you can choose to either select the blue Save button to save this term and continue adding more terms to this list, which is super handy if you have a bunch of new terms to add, or you can select the gray Save and Go to List button, which will save your addition and bring you back to the list of all terms in this vocabulary. Let's go back to the main taxonomy page by selecting Taxonomy in the side navigation. You can add a term right from this page by selecting the drop-down symbol next to the List Terms button in the Operations column on the right side of the page, in line with the vocabulary to which you want to add the term, and then select Add Terms. Before adding any new taxonomy term, though, it's a good idea to check to see if the term or a similar term already exists. This will help to prevent duplicate or confusing terms. Now let's return to the news listing page to see one example of how these taxonomy terms can work. On this listing page of news, I've got a new press release about a Baltimore school superintendent receiving an award. But if I filter by topic and then select the term education, and then select the filter button, this obviously education-related press release does not show up in the results. That's because I haven't added the education taxonomy term to this news item yet. So I'll go back one step to all news items by resetting the topic category to any and by selecting the filter button. Then I'll open the press release I want to edit by selecting the title. To edit this press release, I'll select the blue Edit button in the upper right corner of the fixed administrative toolbar at the top of the window to open the page editor. Go down or scroll to near the bottom of the page to find the topic taxonomy fields. In this field, I will start entering the term education and then select that term when it comes up in a small drop-down menu. Then go down or scroll to the very bottom of the page and select the Save button to save the change. Now we'll go back to our news listing page by selecting News from the top menu. Then we'll select Education from the Topic drop-down menu and select the Filter button. And now our press release shows up in the results. Excellent. In conclusion, taxonomy terms allow you to organize and categorize content on your website for a variety of reasons. It's important to keep a well-maintained and controlled list of terms and vocabularies to keep content filterable and relevant to visitors and constituents. After this, you may want to check out related video tutorials about news items, listing pages, and automatic lists for more information about the functionality of taxonomy terms. Thanks for watching.